everybody, it's Kim Kenny. I'm a total gym addict and I love to cook. I have shared many recipes with a lot of you already, but I want to show you one of my favorite summer recipes. It's so hot out right now, nobody wants to turn on the stove or even use the grill. So I love this recipe because it's cold. I can make it from pantry items or whatever I have in the refrigerator, and it's easy and all you have to do is do some prepping. So I'm going to show it to you. It's a bean salad, and I have in this bowl, I rinsed and drained a can of chickpeas. Chickpeas always has to be in this salad as far as I'm concerned because I love them so much. Chickpeas, I have Roman beans and black beans. And I rinsed and I drained them, threw them in this bowl. Granted, this recipe makes a lot, I have to say. You can add more beans if you're cooking for a real big crowd, or you can add just one can of beans and a can of chickpeas. You know, it all depends on how much you want to make. But it lasts a long time because of the ingredients that I will put into it. I'm not going to put anything that's going to only last a couple of days. I diced up some red and yellow peppers. So I'm just going to throw that in the bowl. I have an orange pepper, only because I really like to use different color peppers because I think it's really pretty in the salad. And of course, when you eat something, it has to look good as well as taste good. So that's a big plus right there. So I'm just going to dice this up a little bit more because I think I need a little extra peppers here. Peppers are so versatile. I love them. I can stuff them. I can put them in salads. I love how crunchy they are. I love grilling them. And they're just so pretty when they're all colorful like this. I think I'm going to just use one more little piece and I'll save the rest of this for another time. I like to keep everything about the same size. So it's not too big, not too chunky, but not too small either. I want it to be substantial. Okay, so I'm going to add those. I love jalapeno peppers. I don't know, you don't have to add them if you don't want to, but I have never had anybody complain. But what I do is I take the top and the bottom of the pepper off, and then I just cut down the edges. So I leave the seeds and the pith because that's the part that holds the heat. And I don't like chomping down on seeds. I don't know about you, but don't like picking them out of my teeth. So I got that all taken off, and I'm just going to dice these much smaller than the peppers because it is a jalapeno and it does have a little bit of heat. I'm going to make it a little bit smaller. I find cooking very therapeutic. I love chopping vegetables and making up recipes. I love eating. Who doesn't? My husband benefits because he loves it when I cook. He never complains, and he's my guinea pig. Okay, I'm just going to put 1 clove of garlic. You don't have to put garlic. You can use powdered garlic if you want, but I like just a little bit of fresh garlic. I don't want to put too much in because fresh garlic can be a little overpowering since it's not going to be cooked. So I'm just going to dice it really small. Maybe I'll do a little bit more. That's good. I'll throw that in there. And I had some leftover ears of corn, so I shucked it. So I have fresh corn here that's cooked. And it's so sweet. I'm going to throw that in too because I have it. You could use canned corn if you want. It's really easy. Just drain it. And I love edamame. This adds a lot more protein. Beans already have a ton of protein. But I love the texture as I'm eating everything that I'm making here. I love the texture, so I'm going to throw some in there too. And they're good for you. Now the vegetables, the other vegetables I'm going to put in is for the crunch, really. I have a celery rib. I'm just going to make little dices out of it. Everything is a different texture. I love all the different textures. It really makes this dish much better. And I even use all the leaves and everything of the celery. There's a lot of flavor in that, and you don't want to throw it away. I don't like wasting food, so I'll throw that in there. As you can see, my big bowl is getting full. Red onion. I love red onion. You can use any kind of onion. You can use scallions. You don't have to use onion if you don't like onions. But I like the red because it's pretty. It's just another pretty color added to it. And they're a little bit sweeter than regular onions too, I find. So I like to put them in my raw salads. Throw that in there. Herbs. Fresh herbs. I always like fresh herbs. I have some parsley here. Parsley is so good for you. Just don't use the stems. Only use the leaves because the stems can be bitter. Now, if you were using cilantro, which I do a lot too, you can use the stems. The stems have a lot of flavor and they're not bitter. So, and parsley adds that green freshness to it too. It's like, it's pretty to look at. Fresh parsley smells good, it tastes good, just doesn't look good when you get it stuck in your teeth. Okay, I think that's just about it for now. I'm going to add some salt. I like using kosher salt. I'm going to add some fresh cracked pepper. And this is all to taste. I like a lot of pepper, so. Now for the dressing, I'm just going to use some white wine vinegar. I could use red wine vinegar. You can use lime juice, lemon juice, regular vinegar, cider vinegar, whatever you want. I'm just going to throw some in there. Use a little bit of olive oil. I like to use good extra virgin olive oil because it tastes really good. You could use canola oil. You don't have to use oil. You could use regular salad dressing if you want. Balsamic vinaigrette is really good. I do that sometimes. Or any kind of vinaigrette would go good. Just mix it all up. It's so pretty, all these colors. See that? Isn't that pretty? All right, and I'm going to taste it. See if it needs anything. It's really good. If the vinegar is too tart for you, you can add a little pinch of sugar if you want, or some sort of sweetener that you use. Sometimes I'll do that. Now, this is the salad. This is it. It's done. It'll keep for a long time. I don't usually add cucumbers or tomatoes to it if I'm not going to use it right away. This made so much, I'll have it all week. But if you want to put tomatoes in it, you can. If you want to put avocado, that's fine. Or cucumber. Cucumber is really good. I'm just not going to do that now, but when I want to eat it, I can either eat it like this. It makes a great side dish, and it's great for dinner too because it's full of protein. Lunch, you can have it on top of a bed of lettuce. It's excellent. But what I'm going to do right now is just show you what I like to do, because this is just a base salad and I can change it up any way I want. So if I'm going to have it for lunch, let's say, I'll put some in a bowl. I'll put some hot sauce. If I want to make it a little bit like a Mexican flair. Hot sauce, or I have some leftover cubed ham. I'll sprinkle some of that in. You could use diced chicken. You could use cooked shrimp. Any kind of protein you want. Even hard-boiled eggs. Chop them up, throw them in there. It's really, really good. I'm going to add some Let me see. I'm going to add a little bit of cumin to it, because that's really, really good. And I'm going to squeeze some lime. Mix that up. I could throw in some cilantro, which I would right now if I had some, but I don't have any. But it doesn't matter. And then eat it like this. It's really good with that hot sauce and the cumin. I could add chili powder if I want. Another version is I can make it Italian style. I can scoop it in a bowl, add some fresh tomatoes, some basil, fresh basil chopped up. I can add a little chunks of mozzarella cheese. It's endless. It all goes by your imagination and what you have in your refrigerator. So let me show you this. This made a lot. This is a huge bowl and it's almost full. It's excellent. It lasts a long time, and I know you're gonna love it, and you're gonna use this as a go-to. It's not just for summer. I use it all year long. It makes a beautiful side dish for fish, chicken, anything. My husband loves it. It's full of fiber, full of vitamins. It's really healthy, and it packs well for your lunch too. So that's my version of a really easy summer meal that you don't have to turn on the stove or get hot cooking outside on the grill. So enjoy it, and I hope you make it, and I will post the recipe also. Have a great day.